So the other night I was talking to my spirit team like I normally do, and I was asking about manifestation and the difference between manifesting in the non-physical versus the physical. And this is something the wisdom keepers have brought through a few times where they have explained to me and to those who have been in channeling sessions that according to them, energy flows. There's a natural flow. So there's not anything blocking energy from being created. So therefore, in the non-physical, when we're back in our original spirit form, things happen instantaneously. We think and we are. We think and it is. So we create with our thoughts. Our mind is powerful. The thought that is coming through our physical vessel is the creator of our reality. Now, many of us are probably living lives that we're like, this isn't the reality I wanted to create for myself. Well, that's probably true. It's probably not the reality you wanted to create for yourself or the one that you want to continue to create. However, until this point, or until recently, you may not have realized that you were the creator of the reality. That based on your beliefs, based on the programming that you had growing up, based on the school you went to, based on the parents you had, based on the social status that you're in, based on the location you've been born in, all these things create your reality. Babies come into this world completely open to their higher self. They know who they are, they know where they've come from, and then slowly they start to develop what we call the human ego. The ego plays the part in the human physical life that protects us. I like to use this example when I describe the ego. So I want you to think of a puffer fish, one of these cute little puffing fish that swim around the ocean. And normally a puffer fish is kind of just a normal size, just a fish floating around. You may not even know it's a puffer fish when you see it. However, when a puffer fish gets threatened, it flares up, and some of them have spikes on them. And they do this to ward off any predator or anything that could threaten them or harm them. And that is how I describe our ego. Our ego is developed as a part of ourself that starts to flare up to protect us throughout our life. So it's not a negative thing, it's just something that we've been given to have a physical life. When you come to earth, you are fully aware that I am walking into a situation where there's pain, there's suffering, there's violence, there's anger, there's rage, there's grief, there's sadness, there's fear. You knew all of that before you even came here, and yet you still chose. And that is the reason you came. When you're not on earth, when you're in the non physical, you don't have those feelings. Those feelings do not exist beyond this realm. Now, if you were to transition tomorrow and decide in your spirit self, the free will, that you don't want to transition all the way into the light, you're the more than welcome. Energy or source energy is going to let you decide what you want to do as a spirit. And many spirits struggle sometimes to move into that life review because they don't want to see things. So the life review has multiple layers to it. It begins to show you different parts of yourself. It shows you the perspective of everything that you experience from your own self. Then it shows you the perspective of everyone else around you, and not only the perspective of them, but how they felt when they were interacting with you. So anytime you are talking to somebody or you are doing something with someone or you respond to something, or maybe you get angry or maybe you say something mean, you will feel what you made them feel when you get back into the non-physical. Not only will you feel what other people felt around you, you're also going to feel how animals felt around you and how nature felt around you and how you interacted with everything in this world. Anything that is physical, anything that is even energetic. When you get to the other side, you're also going to look back and see the good that you did every time you helped somebody, Every time you chose to smile at somebody or to hold the door for somebody or put the grocery cart back or showed up for a friend that was grieving or taught something that someone didn't understand, all these things are going to come up. So it's not just going to be about the negative things. All the positive things that you've ever experienced are going to come up as well. And you may not even know what all those are. And most humans will have more positive than they do the negative. However, there's a contrast in it, and we learn from both. And so while we're here on Earth, we're in a physical density, having experiences that have all these emotions and feelings intertwined with the positive parts of who we are. Because we cannot separate from the truth of who we are. We can't separate from the I am and energy of Source God who created us. We are it. So we can't not become it. We can separate ourselves from it. We can think we're separated from it. And that's what the physical life gives us the opportunity to do. So when we come to Earth, like I was saying before, we're fully open, fully connected. And then within the first 5 to 6 and 7 years of your life, everything that you experience in those years started to develop your ego state. The part of you that starts to protect you, the part of you that has the layers of understanding and experience, and the way you begin to see the world around you. If you come into a home where people are around you are struggling financially, you're going to start to hear things like, we can't afford that, or we can't do that right now, or that's too much, or maybe one day, but we can't now. Or maybe even negative statements about people that have money or rich people. You might start to absorb all these thoughts, feelings, and interactions. And before you know it, everything that comes to you is creating your reality. So now you grow up and you probably have a prejudice about something, or you have a fear about something, or you think, I can't do that because I don't have this. And this is what creates our reality. Now, the hard thing is all that is your reality right now. It is because you created it based on all the programming. Now, you don't have to continue to agree with the programming that you've been given. Everything that you have been taught is based on what other people have believed and basically brought onto you and helped you to understand. And then over time, throughout your life, you've probably learned things on your own or discovered things, but you really learn things from observing and engaging with the world around you in some sort. So the way you change this is you begin to engage with yourself. Instead of allowing the outside world to dictate or control or to keep you in a belief system that you don't necessarily like, you come back inward, because within you is everything. Within you is the I am frequency, is the God energy. And in that, you find yourself, you find your true desires. And maybe your true desires aren't to be rich or to have the best house on the block or to have the most amazing car. Maybe your true desire is just to be love and light in the world. And you want to just walk around the world being that. And so you work towards that. And then the outside world starts to reflect that back to you. And your needs begin to get met because you're projecting trust and light out into the world. The universe is a reflection of you. Whatever energy you are giving it, it agrees with you. So if there's something that you want and you keep asking for it and you say, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, what do you think the universe is responding with? You want that. So if you can see, if I say I want something and the universe is mirroring me back, you want that. What energy am I staying in? I'm staying in lack. I'm staying in the want energy. I'm staying in this frequency of I don't have it and I want it. So it's not that you can't want something, but if you keep looking at what you don't have, wanting something, and not realizing that if you had more of a frequency of belief, then the outside world could begin to match that. And this is what my spirit team told me the other day. That was like this moment of like, oh, I get it now. Jesus said one time in his teachings, walk by faith, not by sight. And I want you to think about this in the manifesting energy. If you begin to walk out in faith that what you desire is already created, and you're literally just walking this path, you don't know where it's going, you don't know when this thing is going to show up, but you're walking in faith even though you can't physically see it with your own physical mind and your eyes, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist in the energy. So you're walking with faith that eventually this is going to show up in my reality as physical. And that's what it means to walk by faith and not by sight. It doesn't mean you won't see it physically at some point, but at the point of the manifestation, when you've asked, the universe starts to pull it towards you, but you have to move into the faith and receiving mode for it to fully manifest in the physical. And my spirit team has shared over and over is about consistency. What we humans tend to do is we put a request out there, I want this. And then we look at all the things that cause it to not be, all the obstacles, all the beliefs. This is not here because of this. I can't have this because I don't have enough money. I can't do this because I don't have enough time. This isn't possible. I can't change my body. My body will never look different than what it is now. Put the request out there and then start walking that path as if it is. What would the version of you do that you want to look like? What would that person be doing every day to manifest that into a reality? Because the thing is once you manifest something, you have to maintain it. Once you reach a frequency, you can't dip back into an old frequency and think you're going to keep what you had. You maintain that frequency. It gets easier over time as you maintain it because it becomes a natural part of you, just like you now is a natural part of you. Every belief, all the energy in you is so natural, you don't even know it's there. So, what you're doing is shifting the narrative, shifting the energy, creating something new within yourself so that you can reflect it outward. And that's what it means to become what you desire. So, as you start to create your new reality, you become it and you walk by faith, knowing that this is happening. It is happened. And I am seeing it in the physical and being consistent with that and not giving up when you start to look around and think, well, it's not here yet. Just hold the faith. It is. It is here. I'm waiting for it to come out of the clouds at any moment or wherever it's going to happen. And so we're all capable of this. And this is what Jesus was teaching us. We just have to remember that we have to maintain the consistency of walking that out and understanding just because I can't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. So try this out with something. Start small. Don't start with something big. Start with something small. Just start thinking, I want to find a penny on the ground, or I want somebody in front of me to buy my next drink at the drive-in, whatever that might be, and hold the belief and see what happens. Come back and share with me how it goes and keep trusting yourself. You really do have everything you need within you. I hope this helps. Until we meet again, I wish you the best day, night, evening, whatever time it is for you. I send you all the universal love. Namaste.